In a world where dragons once ruled the skies and magic walked among men, weapons were never just steel and wood. They carried history, prophecy, and sometimes the fate of entire kingdoms. Today, we dive into the top 10 most mysterious weapons in Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire. Weapons of legend whose true powers remain shrouded in myth. 10. Ice, the greatsword of House Stark. Ice wasn't just a sword, it was a symbol. Forged of Valyrian steel, massive in size, it was the ancestral weapon of House Stark for centuries. But what makes it mysterious isn't only its size or beauty, it's its tragic fate. Melted down by Tywin Lannister to forge two new blades, Oathkeeper and Widow's Wail, Ice raises an unsettling question. Do Valyrian blades retain the memories of their past? Could Oathkeeper, carried by Brienne, or Widow's Wail, wielded by Joffrey and later Jaime, still carry a piece of the North's legacy within them? Number 9. Oathkeeper and Widow's Wail, the split children of Ice. Two swords born from one, these Valyrian blades hold a strange destiny. When Tywin Lannister reforged Ice, he gave one of the new swords to Jaime. But Jaime, changed by the loss of his hand and his journey with Brienne, chose not to keep it. Instead, he placed it in Brienne's hands, charging her to protect the Stark daughters. Thus the blade, once Stark steel, reforged by Lannisters, became a symbol of honor in the hands of a knight who still believed in vows. Oathkeeper was more than a sword. It was Jaime's silent redemption. The other blade, Widow's Wail, was given to King Joffrey, whose cruelty turned the sword into a mockery of its noble origin. Later passed to Jaime, Widow's Wail became almost a shadow of what Oathkeeper represented, one sword serving honor, the other remembered for cruelty. Together they embody the split legacy of Ice, one path of redemption, one of blood. At number 8, Needle, Arya Stark's blade. On the surface, Needle looks like a small, simple sword, but it's far more mysterious than it seems. It represents not just Arya's connection to her family, but her entire transformation into something beyond human. From Braavos to Westeros, Needle becomes an extension of her will, and in the hands of a faceless assassin, even a little blade can kill kings. Could Needle be destined for a final strike that changes the course of history? Number 7. Robert Baratheon's Warhammer. Unlike Valyrian steel, Robert's Warhammer is not magical, yet its legacy is legendary. With it, Robert shattered Rhaegar Targaryen on the Trident, ending a dynasty. But why is it mysterious? Because it symbolizes raw, unstoppable force, the kind of weapon that could change the fate of an empire without enchantment. Some whisper that Robert's victory was not just brute strength, but destiny itself, channeled through this hammer. Number 6. Dark Sister, the Sword of Dragon Riders. Once wielded by Visenya Targaryen, Aegon's sister wife, Dark Sister is a blade steeped in blood. It passed through many famous hands, including Bloodraven, the sorceress spy master who later became the Three-Eyed Raven. Dark Sister vanishes from the world with Bloodraven's disappearance. But here's the mystery. If the blade lies hidden beyond the wall with him, could it still be found? Could it one day return, glowing with secrets from the ancient North? Number 5. Blackfyre, the Sword of Kings and Pretenders. The great sword of Aegon the Conqueror himself, Blackfyre was said to legitimize kingship. Passed down through generations, it became the symbol of House Blackfyre during their rebellions against the Iron Throne. Yet its fate is unknown. Some say it vanished across the narrow sea. Others whisper it could resurface in Westeros, a sword that carries the weight of empire. Where is it now? Number 4. Red Rain, the blade of the drowned god. Among the lesser-known Valyrian blades, Red Rain is shrouded in eerie mystery. It belongs to House Drum of Old Wick, a family of the Iron Islands. The tale goes that a Drum ancestor took it from a dead enemy during the doom of Valyria. But here's the strange part. Its origins don't quite add up. How did a minor house of raiders acquire one of the rarest blades in the world? Some believe Red Rain is cursed. Others think it may hide powers yet unseen. Number 3. The Horn of Joramun. Now we move from steel to sound. The Horn of Joramun is one of the most terrifying weapons ever spoken of. According to legend, it could bring down the wall itself, the ancient barrier of ice that had stood for thousands of years. Mance Rayder claimed to have found it, though it was later revealed to be a ruse. But the question remains, does the real Horn of Joramun still lie buried in the far north? waiting for the one who dares to sound it. Number 2. Dragonbinder, the Horn of Hell. This is perhaps the most chilling weapon in the series. Dragonbinder, the massive horn brought by Euron Greyjoy, is said to bind dragons to the will of the one who blows it. But the price? Death. The sound of the horn is described as tearing the soul from the body, leaving its blower a charred corpse. Euron, ever the madman, plans to use it anyway. If the horn truly works, it could give him power beyond any king, or doom all who hear its call. And finally, at number 1, Dawn, the Sword of the Morning. At the very top of our list lies Dawn, the ancestral sword of House Dayne. Forged not of Valyrian steel, but from the heart of a fallen star, Dawn is unique among all weapons in Westeros. Only a knight worthy of the title Sword of the Morning may wield it. Sir Arthur Dayne, perhaps the greatest knight who ever lived, carried it with unmatched skill. But the true mystery of Dawn is its cosmic origin. Is it tied to the prophecies of Azor Ahai, the prince that was promised? Could Dawn be Lightbringer itself, hidden in plain sight? The blade of a fallen star, destined to shine again in the final battle? From Valyrian steel to dragon horns, from hammers to star-forged blades, the weapons of Westeros are never just tools of war. They are legends, waiting for their rightful wielders. Which of these weapons do you think holds the greatest mystery? And which one would you want to wield if you stepped into the world of ice and fire? Let us know in the comments. And remember, the story isn't over yet.